Hello, internet people, social media guys. Working on welding skid today, doing a little bit of maintenance, and I have my other welding skid that I'm working on for a little bit for one of the other trucks. The AlumaReel cord reels and hose reels, extension cords, all that kind of stuff. I really like them. I like them a lot. They work good. They're kind of like they're one of those things that kind of separates a professional person from somebody who doesn't really care about their trade. I'm not saying that you don't care about your trade if you don't have good stuff, but it helps me not be messy, helps me get everything wound up at the end of the day. I find that I'm obviously the most tired at the end of the day, comparatively speaking, to when I first start setting up. And it puts everything back in the same spot, which is really cool. And it's a little bit of, it makes me feel good about myself. I don't know if that's a personality flaw or not, but I like seeing them. They make me feel good about what I'm doing. Like, I look professional, everything's well kept. I'm not stressed out about where's this hose, where's that hose, even though I have lots of other stuff that's like that. But this is one of those nice things. But with, like all things, they need a little bit of maintenance. So these are very old. All of these reels are old. These could be anywhere from 15 to 5 years old, depending on which one we're talking about here. They do require some service, some things that there's very minimal. They're actually not that, like, they're not even greasable or anything like that. They're just like self-contained units that work really well, but they do need stuff here and there. They live on the back of a welding truck, right? They see everything. They see the salt and the grime and everything like that. And the way my welding trucks are usually set up is the welder's pointed backwards, which kicks up a bit of a draft and throws salt and dirt and everything else on the welder. It's not a great, it's definitely a flaw of how my stuff is set up, but that works better for me than sideways, just with the style of work that I do and how I operate. I've tried both. I started off with the welder sideways like most people, but it didn't do what I needed it to do. So this is what I have to deal with, I guess. So we got a couple of things. I might post this stuff in 2 videos. Like, you might see this content more than once, and I apologize, but we're building this skid, and this skid's going to be a video series or whatever, however it ends up, if it's one video or multiple videos. And then we're also doing AlumaReel stuff right now. So I'm not going to do these separately. I'm just going to show you what I'm working on, but you might see this content more than once. I apologize that you have to see me that often. It's got to be tough. But the things that we're working on with the further ones ways, the ones over there, that we're working on. These are my lead reels for the Kenworth. So if you've been following along, you're probably already aware of this, but if you haven't, I don't blame you, because you got stuff going on too. So these are pieces of PVC pipe, and somebody had all their cable wound up. These go right in the middle, and you wind up all your cable, and it looks like this. So when you wind up copper cable, any cable, electrical, you wind it all up like that. You crank the juice, the amperage up, and you weld away for long periods of time. It starts to get hot. It's a conductive material. It holds heat, especially copper. It holds heat really well. Spreads it out thermally. Like it gets hot everywhere, not just one spot. It just gets hot everywhere. So if you read about these things, you're not supposed to weld with them. I think they're rated for like 500 amps, but you're supposed to pull the cable all the way out before you weld. Now, I don't always do that. I'm Joseph, AlumaReel guys, I'm sorry, but if I'm gouging or something, yeah, I wind them all the way out, or running a wire feeder, but I'm just burning 1/8 rod. a lot of the time I'm 50 feet away, I got 50 feet of cable out, 50 feet left on the reel. I do it. You know, it's cold here. It's not always cold, but I haven't had them melt too bad. You can see the ribs in them kind of thing. But this fella was doing something. That's the shielding of the cable stuck in there. And that's the wire. So his cable went bad. Yeah. So anyway, I think I said this, but these were not originally purchased new by me. But I like projects and stuff. These you'll see in another video, or maybe this video. These were bent and didn't move. So that fella didn't tell me that, which was disappointing. I like buying broken stuff, but I like knowing when it's broken. But anyways, for the price you get them, doesn't matter. They're very reliable, good pieces of equipment, and they're worth quite a bit of money new, and they're worth every penny. But I have like 3 or 4 sets of these at any given time, kind of thing. There's 2 in this room. There's another one on my other truck out there, and then I've got a couple in some boxes. So I like having lots of things, but this is not about what I like. This is about working on AlumaReels. So yeah, these guys go around the center, the aluminum bit here, so that when it melts, which is not supposed to melt, but when it melts, it doesn't just directly ground out to the center of the reel and just make everything a liquid. So this one's not great. If they both look like this, I probably would have kept it, but this one was so bad that I had to cut it off. You can see the sawzall marks. Anyways, the fellows over at AlumaReel sent me new pieces. You're probably thinking to yourself, Lucas, that's a piece of PVC pipe. Why didn't you just buy a piece of PVC pipe? That's a very good point, stranger. This one here seized on my torch reel. And I don't blame it. It's right in the direct line of fire for the salt and snow and the gunk and the muck and everything else. So it is what it is, but we're gonna change this piece out. So when I called up Joseph at AlumaReel, and hey Lucas, you know, I need things again. He's like, okay. So I bought one of these. Actually, I bought 2 of them because I like doing that. I like having backups, so I don't have to mess about and wait for things. I just put this on the shelf and it's ready to go. Some of you might call that hoarding. It's good stuff. So anyways, so something kind of cool. These things now have actual AlumaReel written on them. I guess they're getting them right from the horse's mouth, which is pretty cool. It used to be an Eaton product for years. I've had some of their very first versions. So good for them. That's pretty cool that they're getting their own stuff branded and everything like that. But yeah, so we're gonna stick one of these guys on. This thing is seized, and when they seize, this spins on this spins on this, and that's so that when this cable, when this is moving, this cable doesn't have to move. It can just spin. That one, it still spins, but it doesn't want to, and so the hose is kind of coming up. Okay. Regular way now. Yep. Okay. So when we unwind this, now that hose, it still does go up a little bit, you see? but it's not trying to destroy itself now, which is awesome. And then when you wind it in, it just kind of hangs out there. Before, it was getting so close and jammed up in here, it was cutting the hose, and I had to have it hooked onto here to keep it from going down here and then starting to like come with it, and it was fighting it, which was less than desirable. But yeah, got her back in service. It's nice. I was unhooking it before and it was annoying. It was like, what's the point of having a reel if you have to put them together every time, you know?